I get asked all the time, what's the main criteria of getting admission in Ahmedabad University? While there is no main one answer, but one crucial point is your personal essay. And in this video, I'll walk you through the entire process of writing a good personal essay, which will help you get admission in Ahmedabad University. So if you're interested, let's dive in. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Pushkar and I'm a student in Ahmedabad University. So the video is divided into two parts. The first part is the general guide and the second part is the opinionated guide. So the general guide is high level principles that will be applicable to everyone, whereas the second part is much more my process of how I write my personal essay. And of course, since this is my own personal opinion, it will appeal to much less people, but it is very practical though. The general guide has 4 main points, which is clear versus clever, writing from abundance, clever hooks and iteration. So to start with the first main point, which is clear versus clever. Now we've always been taught to use difficult words, to use difficult puns, to use complex vocabulary which will impress the reader. We have to understand that complex things impress our peers. Whereas if someone is reading us, if someone is watching our work, the more simpler it gets, the better it gets. So when you write something, use simpler words, use simpler vocabulary. The pun that you have in your head is just in your head. When someone is going through so many applications, they don't want to put extra effort to read and understand something. So use simpler words, use simpler vocabulary. Understand that clear is much better than clever. So the second point is write from abundance. When we start writing something, we have this blank document in front of us, and this scares the shit out of a lot of people because this is the origins of writer's block, right? So instead of staring at a blank page and understanding like what do you want to write in a document, or open your favorite note-taking tool, take the question that you want to answer and just write whatever comes to your mind. Don't think about grammatical errors, don't think about if this makes sense or not. Just keep writing, keep making bullet points and keep note-taking. And after that, you have all your material aside, then you can start writing your original main document. So now instead of just looking at a blank screen, have a bunch of notes which you can use and combine together to have one final document. This might look like a trivial tip, but it saves a lot of time and frustration. So the third tip is using clever hooks. No matter what book you read, no matter what movie you watch, no matter what TV show you watch, if you go to the season 1 and episode 1, the first moments of that TV series, it somewhere hooks you, it somewhere shows you something that compels you to watch more, and that is what you want to aim to do with the reader. You have to hit them with the first 2 lines of your application that they want to read more, that they want to they get curious about your application. Now it's okay to be a little dramatic here, that's just fine. Make sure that the reader gets hooked and you actually deliver on that promise that you make in the hook. So the fourth point is iteration. Now if you just open a document, write something, and if you think that your application is good to go, you are far from right, because the first draft of everything is bad. A good writing comes from repetition and feedback, not from writing once and just being good. So this is where the part of feedback comes in. So you want to get feedback from other people, you want to get feedback from your friends, from your family. When you give your personal essay to a friend, don't just say that, hey, give me the feedback on this, because that's a very vague question and that would be very difficult to answer. Instead, use this ABCD framework, which is what did you find amazing, what was boring, what was confusing, and what didn't you believe. This is a much practical hands-on approach to getting feedback, and once you get feedback from them, keep improving. Just do this 1 or 2 more times and then just send your application, and make sure that the friends that you send this application to can be trusted. A lot of people are really good friends, but when you give them something like this, they'll just say that, hey, it's great. You don't want that, you want some critical feedback. And if you don't have some member in your family or friends like that, feel free to mail your personal essay to me. I will respond to it and give you feedback on it. So yeah, these were the high level principles of writing a personal essay, which is using clear words rather than clever words. Harness the power of note taking and write from abundance rather than writing from clear blank plain sheet of paper, which will be horrifying. And keep iterating, keep getting feedback, and keep improving your piece again and again, and using clever hooks. Now we move on to the second section of the video, which is the opinionated guide, where I'll show you how you can use my technique to write the personal essay, which you can use to write your personal essay. And again, this is an opinionated guide. So if I were to write my personal essay, I would always choose a topic where they say that you faced a problem and you sought to, you went to solve that problem and explain what did you learn in the whole process. So this is what I would write. And this is the framework that I would use to write the whole thing. Go through an example which will help you write a personal essay better. So let's say, who is the character? Like, who are you? You have to write about yourself, like something about yourself. Just to take an example, maybe you are a person with tried giving JEE but could not clear it, so want to study something else. Just an example again. What do they want? Okay, so maybe they want they want to learn 2 or 3 different subjects together. They want to explore what the education system has to offer. Why can't they get what they want? Maybe because, universities bind people down. What are the stakes? Someone killing their curiosity. Again, I'm being a bit of dramatic here. You don't have to do that. It's just a template. You can always ignore this template or do something that you want to do, but this is just how I do it. Who or what helps them? In this case, again, making it a more dramatic, but liberal education helps them. How do they get what they want? Using the liberal education to improve their way of learning, using the liberal education to explore about different subjects and learn about different subjects, and how they transform from their experience. You can write that. Instead, going to a college where college kills curiosity, now the college is helping them build that curiosity. Again, being a bit more dramatic, but you get the point. Now, I know I've written here somewhere according to liberal education, but this doesn't really matter. My personal essay was something related to football and how we overcame the challenge of winning against a team and winning the tournament. So this doesn't have to be like a liberal education thing where you rant about why I want to come to Ahmedabad University. It does not have to be like that. It has to be a personal story that really hits them, and it has to show them that you are capable of coming to university, that you're not just someone who's been to school and now coming to university. You have actually done something outside of your school, university, and you are passionate about something, you are curious about something, and that's what the personal essay has to show. So yeah, this was my take on how to write a personal essay. And if you have not written an application yet, and if you want to get into Ahmedabad University, write an application fast, send it to me, I'll review it and send it back to you. And if you have already written a personal application, you might want to prepare for a personal interview, on which I've made a video which should be linked somewhere here. Yeah, that was it for the video. Stay ambitious, stay curious, and stay weird. I'll see you next time.